You were live. Devin. Hey, OG. Okay, I could see you at the street. Oh, man.
There you go. That's all there is to it.
Seriously? So anybody who wants to come on live, they'll pop on the screen, and I just click on them, and that's it.
Well, you have to send them the link first, and when they send the link, then they go in. And you've been there before when you've joined David's. You're in the back room, the back studio, and then you'll see a thing pop up, and you have to pull them forward into the broadcast studio itself, like you just did with me. So anybody you send a link to that clicks on that link will show up first in the back room, and then you pull them into the normal room. Plus, on the broadcast studio, you've got all those little buttons down at the bottom, so you can arrange our faces any way you want. Like that.
Oh, press another. You can see what I'm doing right now live, right?
Yeah. Press another button. Press another, just any one of them. Doesn't matter. Just press one, as long as it's not exit broadcast studio.
Okay, so I'm alone there.
You're alone there. We're side by side. We're shrunk down a little bit. You're big. I'm small.
Okay, nothing there, and
now we're side by side. Medium side.
There's a side by side again, second to last. A little clicky thingy.
Yep.
It says me and you together up and down with some sort of
banner on the side or something.
Exactly.
I haven't messed around, and I don't think David's messed around with that either. But yeah, that's the trick. Everything you just have to sit in the broadcast studio. You really don't have to look at the YouTube page or anything like that, because if you look off to the left hand side, we've got private chat and live comments. On the left-hand side of the StreamYard broadcast studio.
Okay, I'm on the left.
Right-hand side. No, sorry.
Right-hand side. It says end broadcast, comment, banner, brand, private chat.
Yeah, so you've got the private chat. That's what just the people in the studio are going to see. So live chat is what people in YouTube are typing in.
Okay, so let me see. There was another guy. David and Son. Let me see if I can get him on.
Yeah. As long as you have a way of sending the link to him, and he's got a mic and a camera that can work, you can invite him with no problem. Just send him the link like you sent me.
Okay, give me sorry, I'm gonna be a bit shellacky here. Come on, man. So how you doing, by the way?
I'm doing pretty good. I am feeling much better after my last trip to the ER.
Yeah, and the thing is, your story about some guy banging on your
oh yeah. So yeah, 2:00 in the morning, I'm sitting here working the computer. I got the house all dark. The girls are in bed, and I hear something on my patio. I'm thinking, what is going on? My first thought, all right, maybe it's an animal, maybe it's a cat or something like that. So I go over there and I open up the blinds, and there's this blonde guy standing there, kind of swaying and staggering. So once I get over the initial shock that there's someone standing on my patio at 2:00 in the morning, I realize, okay, this guy's drunk. Of course, with my sliding glass door, I've got one of those sticks in it, so you can only open it like that much. So I open it, like, dude, I don't know who the hell you are. My buddy lives it. No, he doesn't. And he kind of sways a little bit. It's like, dude, just go. And so he wanders off.
He's lucky he didn't get blown away.
If he'd have been trying a little bit harder if I would have realized it was a person, yeah, I'd have probably grabbed one of my home defense items.
And you know what? You would have been acquitted.
If Seattle isn't a stand your ground, I would have had to have more reason and justification. But like I said, as soon as I saw him and I saw that he was swaying and I realized that he was drunk, it's like, all right, there's no malicious intent here. Probably he's just confused. So, so I run him off. But the problem is he also had this big gash on his forehead. So I'm thinking, well, maybe it's not drunk. Maybe he got jumped or something, and there's some confusion going on.
Or so maybe I call the out or something.
Exactly. So I call the cops. I say, hey, listen, I don't think the guy was meaning to break in. I think he thought it was my buddy's place, but he's got this big gash on his forehead, so I don't know if it's a medical concern. And so they said they would come out. And like 20 minutes later, I hear something on the back door again. It's like, really? Are you kidding me?
And the cops are not there yet?
No, the cops were. Oh no, cops. This was low priority. I mean, which is why I have several home defense items because I know the cops aren't going to get here in time most of the time if something goes down. So I go open up the back door again just a little bit. It's like, dude, my buddy lives. It's like, no, I've lived here for 4 years, dude. You just need to take off and go. And I think it finally got through to his alcohol soaked brain, and then he wandered off, and I didn't hear from him anymore the rest of the night.
Well, good for that. Good for that. But anyway.
Yep. So are you seeing the live chats we're getting from the people on YouTube?
So I want to invite these guys on. How do I do that?
Okay. Do you have their Facebook page or something like that, or an email that you can send them?
I have Dad versus Son email.
Go ahead and send them the link in email.
Okay, where's the link?
It's the exact same link. It's either the invite button at the bottom of the broadcast studio, or you can.
Invite. I got it. Okay.
Yep, it should be right under all the different camera views you can do.
Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna go back into my email. Give me a second, and thanks for helping me.
Anytime, Dan. I know a lot of times whenever you do something for the first time, you really don't know what the hell's going on. It's like the first time I ever posted something to YouTube, took me like 3 days to figure out how to do it. But once I figured it out, it was really easy.
I know.
But I just didn't know how to do it.
Okay, I need to join chat. Yeah, bloody hell. Okay, so I sent it to Dad and Son. Maybe he's going to come around. He's in Australia, so it's probably going to be upside down type thing. But anyways.
I think they have automatic cameras that turn it right side up, so we see it as normal. So
is it true that their water doesn't turn the same way?
Yes. Anything below the southern equator, their water rotates the opposite to what we do. It's just an equatorial thing. North of the equator, we have the water drain our direction. South of the equator, it rotates separately because it goes towards the magnetic pull of the equator.
Have you seen that personally? Have you seen that personally?
Oh yeah. No, I've been to Australia. I've spent about 2 weeks in Australia. I spent 3 weeks in Singapore, Indonesia. Yeah, no, I've spent a lot of time.
So it spins the other way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The water does drain the other way, the opposite direction.
I guess we're not in Kansas anymore.
No, we're still in Kansas. It's just Kansas is different than everything else.
Okay, so I sent Dad versus Son.
Okay.
Paul Curlin is on. Paul, I don't have your email, man. I wanted to send you something so you can join the chat so we can learn so I can learn how to do this, but
yeah, I will say 4 to 5 people is about optimum. You start to get 6 people, then we start running into buffering issues. I've noticed that a couple times when we've done the show with David. So 3 to 4 to 5, I think, is a good sweet spot number for it. Anything more, well, you can only have a maximum of 6, but just from what I've learned so far.
Paul Curlin, email me at noenemieshere@videotron.ca. And I'll send you the link. So let's do this together, Paul. Paul, help me. Help me, Paul.
But you're not asking for Pa's help? Your Pa'd be great at this, I tell you.
You know, Devin. Yeah, I've let loose on the Dice Tower. But the thing is that the games that I'm showcasing, I don't know them in depth. Okay, so I look at other YouTube people describing the games, doing playthroughs, this and that, and I could see how much fun I'm having with a game. So I act stupid, and you have to. Well, I don't know if I've told you this before, but these are Euro gamers that don't give a rat's ass about war games. Okay. And because war games are bad, because you're killing people, Devin, you devil, you.
You're playing Nazis and Confederates and Napoleon. Yeah, but I know.
Do you blame some of these people? I mean, the young people, I find. I'm generalizing here, okay? So I guess the young people don't really know shit, I'm gonna get in trouble here.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
I know where you're going, and it's going to quickly veer off into a more socio-economical political debate than it is a gaming debate. So yeah, I know what you're getting at, though. I understand.
It's
and
like
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, the Nazis are bad. The SS are bad. Obviously, they're horrible. The SS, and I understand. It's like when I was discussing with Uwe playing Freedom. Okay, now
he had a very tight rope he had to walk with that game.
I don't know how he got that game off.
Yeah,
because let me tell you, Devin, I'm one of those guys that I hate bullies. I hate the Holocaust, and I hate the racism against anybody. Like, and especially. I'm going to say black for lack of a better word, for God's sakes. And I just hate it. And so when that game came out, it's like, there's no way in hell I'm going to play that game because it reaches down to my core. And but the thing is, Uwe was saying it's you're saving these people. And it's like, are you kidding, man? I can't go there. It's like having a game of the Holocaust. What are you kidding me, man?
Well, you don't have to play it.
I know, and I guess some of these guys that are on the Dice Tower that are saying that I don't want to play a war gamer maybe have the same feelings about and I respect that 100%. And now you don't necessarily have to play a war game that has SS units in it. You can just play a war game for the I don't know, do something in Kazarine or something in the desert. Or there was none of that, I guess, back there. Jeez, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah. You're slipping down a very slippery slope, my friend. But I understand. I understand. Believe me.
I act stupid. I have three. I introduced another character, Rocco. Rocco went into the army and he came back and he always tortured little Nebelwerfer, Nebby for short. And I'm just having fun with it.
And that's what it is. You got to have fun with it.
Yeah, like Rough Wargamer says, stop now.
Well, no, he also put a LOL, so I think he's laughing at us more than anything. So,
okay, hold on, Dad versus Son. Hold on.
Is he in the back studio?
Yeah.
There you go.
And the kids say, "Don't worry, Dad. You won't catch
it." Hey, you guys hear me? Dad.
A lot of feedback.
Dad, you there? What's going on, Dad? You sound like we're in Australia.
So attachment parenting is this idea. It hasn't been nearly well as researched as these other form parenting styles.
I think he's got his YouTube channel or YouTube or something running in the background.
Good day, all.
Hey.
Hello.
Also, what's the lag like?
I guess you'd call it a real child-centered approach.
It should only be for us. It should be simultaneous. Although with them being down in Australia, I don't even think with Australia is going to have much of a lag. So say hi, Dad versus Son. Everybody's watching you.
Good day, all. How's it going?
Oh, man.
No lag
for you. There, down under.
Okay, Steve, are you hearing me? Oh man, there's a big lag.
No, there's no lag.
Wait, he doesn't hear me, Steve.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Good day, Dan. Good day, Dave.
You're a little bit loud.
A little bit loud.
Yeah.
How's that? Is that a bit better, mate?
Yes, sir, baby.
You're talking too loud.
So I'm just doing a test here. Devin's helping me out, seeing how things go. And I'm glad you're helping me out. And Son, how are you, son? Yeah, you have to say something, son. It ain't radio.
Okay. Well, I can say something that I'm going to start doing like some solo videos.
Excellent.
I'm thinking.
No, that's good. Look, you guys have a nice, very homey, very American 1950s feel. It's very heartwarming. So, I mean, go with it, man. Absolutely go with it.
And so for the rest of the viewers who may not know about your channel, go ahead and tell us a little bit about Dad versus Son YouTube channel.
Okay, our channel is basically so Son and I can have a bit of a play around. He can take the piddle out of me, and we can make lots of mistakes.
Yeah.
Now,
Always laugh at him.
how come? Listen, Dad. How come you don't have Son on more often? Yeah, that was a question.
Good. How are you?
No, my question was how come Son isn't on as often?
It's radio goodies.
Okay, this is an Australian thing. I don't know, you guys, man. I swear. I don't know that. Too many koalas. No, koalas, New Zealand, right? No? What happened?
What? They may have dropped out. Are they in the back room?
No, they're not there.
Oh, well, they may have dropped out. So
Okay,
I don't know.
no, there was a lag because
I don't think there was much of a lag. I think they had another sound source on in the background, and they may not have been able to hear you that clearly. Because I know I was hearing something else on their end. May have been a radio, may have been YouTube or something like that. So
okay.
So they
Paul,
may not have heard you real well because of that. So
Paul, I sent you the link. Click on the link, Paul.
Oh, he says he's not video or sound capable there.
How do you see that?
Because I see the live comments on the live if you on the right hand side, private chat, live comments.
Oh, I see.
If you click on the live comments tab,
Yeah.
You could feed this through everything, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and then you see the little YouTube insignia by the name of each person that tells you where they're asking the question from. If you were also streaming this to Facebook, people were watching on Facebook and typing in the Facebook chat, you would get a little Facebook insignia right there.
Okay,
So you could identify and differentiate where the different questions are coming from.
So I got Alessio Beatrice from Italy. Right now it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Alessio, go to sleep. What's the matter with you? Ma che fai? Vatti a dormire. Anyways, let's see if I can get Alessio. Send me an email at noenemieshere@videotron.ca, and I'm going to give you the link, and vediamo se possiamo fare il chat, come si dice in Italia.
No, I didn't understand that. I speak German.
I'm just telling him, look, it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
How are you doing? Go to sleep. So this is it, okay.
And then you can do other things with it. You can put a background, because like we've got it set up right now, we've got this black space behind us. You can put a background up there. No, I don't know how to do it. You can share the screen so people can see whatever else is on your screen. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do. Since we're running the free version, well, I'm running the free version too. We've got the little powered by StreamYard in the upper right-hand corner. If you went to the pay version, which I think is like $25 a year, I don't know, David's done it. You can remove that. You can put in your own banners. You can link the people's chats in the video. There's a whole bunch of other. As it stands now, as a free member, we can only use StreamYard 20 hours a month, which I think honestly is more than you and I are ever going to put into this in a month period. Yeah. So that's why I'm not worried about paying for it. But David, I understand, because it's the company's channel. Yeah. It would just make sense that and of course, he had Blackwell do up all the graphics, the banners and everything. So
you know that guy? I like that guy.
Blackwell's good people. I like him too.
First of all, you can tell there's a confidence there. He doesn't give a poop what anybody thinks about him. And isn't he also a martial artist?
I believe he has done some black belt. Yes.
Yeah. So I understand why he doesn't give a about other people. But Alessio, ando sta? Alessio, ma scrivami. Let me see here. Paul. No. Anyways, this is this. What are you doing the 24th in the evening, Devin?
Probably doing what I do every evening, and that's sitting in front of my computer.
So you know what? If you don't mind, I'm going to call on you, and please help me out because.
Yep. Be more than happy to, Duce.
I mean, there's actually 12 people watching us. I don't know why.
Because they love you, Dan. You are the Duke of all of our hearts.
Bloody hell. You know, today, since we're just shooting a poop here, I'm going to learn a lot about what not to say live. Hello? Hi, Lorna. It was fantastic. Tartare? No, we had a tartare. It was a filet mignon de tartare with almost a raw egg on top tonight, and it was fantastic. Not at all. The meat is not cooked. It's raw. The egg was semi-poached. Well, Chantal put a little bit of mustard, so there's your acid. And not much more than that, no. No, not at all. No, it's too expensive. You kidding? Yeah. And Lauren, I'm going to have to let you go because you're actually live on the internet right now. People are listening to us. No, it's okay. So let me call Chantal. Okay. Chantal is real life, people. Chantalina, ma'am. And that's how real life is, people.
That's how real life is.
You know what I'm saying? I might look like a god or a demigod. And
I look like a god too. Unfortunately, it's Buddha.
Look, I need someone else to come on this chat because I'm paying Devin by the minute here.
You're not paying me much.
So, look, someone write to me, no enemies here at videotron.ca. Write to me right now. I'll give you the link. Come on, and we'll just talk about nothing.
And while you're doing that, I gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
All right. So I got Nathaniel Robinson saying he's waiting for Nebelwerfer to appear. And you know what? I try to keep Nebelwerfer to the Dice Tower. Us, we're a little bit more serious, for lack of a better word. But come on, someone. No enemies here at videotron.ca. Email me. I'll give you the link. Come on. We'll come on the show. It's not a show. It's a test. Oh, what's going on? Come on. Combat. Email me. Okay, so I just said call the thingy. Hey, Rough Swordsman, come on, man. And I'm Michael Malin. You just won a game from us, man. Get on the show. The test. VMAX. No enemies here at videotron.ca. Well, I don't know, Michael. I was into football a long time ago, and so Michael Malin won the, if I'm not mistaken, the Escape from Hades, signed by, oh my God, signed by the author Fred Manzo. You know how lucky I am that these guys are actually giving me games to give away. I'm blessed. Yeah, Hades. Michael, get on. No enemies here at videotron.ca. Email me. I'll give you a link. Get on so we can talk. What time is it, Evan, where you are?
4:30.
Where the hell are you?
Seattle.
It's 7:20 p.m. here.
Yeah, it's 4:30 p.m. or 4:20 p.m. here.
Seattle. So you're like
West Coast, Pacific.
West Coast, man.
Yeah.
Rough. Let me see. Did I get your email? Rough. Rough, I didn't get your email. No. Hold on a second. No.
May not have come through yet.
You know, I have actually Bruce Garrick. I asked Bruce Garrick to do me an intro for No Enemies Here. Bruce Garrick is Space Rumsfeld.
Okay.
And do you know of this guy?
I think I've heard of him. Yeah. I've got my fingers in a lot of pies, so I
Yeah.
hear of a lot of things, but that doesn't mean I'm detailed oriented about a lot of them. So.
I mean, he's got a podcast called Wild Weasel.
Yeah. No, I've seen you run ads for him or run bit spots for him on the show. So yes.
And he, I think, when he introduces himself, he says he's engineer of, I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, I think he's a doctor of something. But in space defense, I think.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Some of these guys in war games, and me, I'm Canadian, Devin, right?
Right.
So you have to understand the naivety that I have. Maybe it's due just to me or just being Canadian, but there's not people walking around in an army suit, and there's no Hummers and stuff. As soon as I cross the border into the States, that's what I see. I see squads, and they're in Hummers, and they're eating at the diner where I'm eating, and it's like, you gotta be kidding me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not normal for me.
I understand.
So a guy like Volko Runke, yeah, who's teaches manhunting, or he used to teach manhunting at the CIA university. That doesn't even make sense to me. Like, what are you talking? Is this a movie? This is a movie, right? Because it's not. It's not a movie. And Harold Buchanan at one point,
I know Mr. Buchanan.
He emails me and he tells me to shut up. He said, "Van, can you keep it down about the CIA? Just shut up." And I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me, man." And anyways,
I've got a buddy of mine. He's a game designer in Poland, Wojciech Siłecki, and he owns his own company, Taktyka I Strategia.
Oh yeah.
You know, he works very, very close hand in hand as a advisor and what's the word I want to use? Yeah, I guess advisor to the Polish military. So yeah.
You know, and they're not screwing around.
Consultant is the word I was looking for.
They're not screwing around over there.
No, they're not.
But here in Canada, we're running around in the fields and we're having a great time.
You know, honestly, that's not a bad way to live, though, Dan.
You know what?
It really is.
Yeah. I've got so much to learn. I've got so much to learn to shut up about. Because like a guy like Mark Herman, you know, yeah, Mark Herman designs games, and sure, we have a couple of drinks together, this and that. But this guy has information that, no. And I remember, Mark, can I ask you questions? He goes, you can ask me anything you want. That doesn't mean I'm going to answer them.
Yep.
And it's
and see, the thing is, the people in the know to keep their mouths quiet about what they're not supposed to let other people know about. So,
but even Keith, man,
Keith works securities, or not Keith. I was thinking Kevin. Kevin does security. But yeah, Keith's job is also. But you know,
I remember I was when I was at WBC, and I was just filming World at War 85, right?
Mhm.
And Keith was texting something on his phone, and I happened to go behind him, and then I see her laughing, but he turns around and he goes, "You can't do that, man. You can't do that." And I'm like, "What did I do?" What did
I
I do?
remember one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is operational security. Very, very. I remember one time when I was in the Navy, we were doing one of the Goodwill tours through, and one of the guys had brought his group down by the radio room and opened up because he basically wanted to show the people where he worked at, and people started taking pictures, and the lieutenant slammed the door real quick. Because even just pictures of what's in the radio room is a no-no to be let out. So, yeah.
So I'm assuming that lieutenant can get in some serious trouble.
The enlisted man was the one who got in the trouble because he's the one that opened the door and let him. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but, he got his butt chewed out. But, hey, we all
Now,
get our butts chewed out in the
you
military.
being a Navy guy, did you have any restrictions like that?
Yes, I had top secret clearance because of my
Seriously?
job. Oh, yeah. My top secret clearance has never expired. It needs to be renewed if I want to do it for anything, but I've gone through all the background checks and everything. I have a top secret. There is stuff I'm not supposed to talk about. So I don't.
What are the consequences of something like that?
More often than not, depending on what you talk about, you either get a slap on the wrist, a butt chewing, or, depending what you really let out. Now, see, I don't have ultra secret, which is the high information. I just have top secret, which is the stuff nobody's supposed to know about, but yet for some reason people do. But anything I could have let out, at worst, probably a butt chewing. Nothing, no non-judicial punishment, probably. But because it may sound impressive that top secret, no, in the military, top secret really isn't all that impressive. It's when you get to the ultra levels, that's the that's the stuff. Then you got to start worrying about. That's national security type stuff. My stuff was just, all right, how many rounds a minute can this gun supposed to fire? How many is it supposed to fire? What's the payload of this shell round? It's all right. Yeah, it's supposed to be top secret, but nobody cares. So, but I did work with nuclear weapons, so I had some knowledge of that. That was a big no-no. Then I wasn't supposed to.
Seriously, eh?
Oh, yeah. I was part of nuclear weapons security team on board ships. I can neither confirm nor deny the presence of any nuclear weapons on board any naval warships. That's the official line. However, I will also point out that I was part of the Nuclear Weapons Security Defense Force. I can also say that. The two are not mutually exclusive. You figure it out on your own.
Okay, that's hilarious. I mean, it's hilarious and it's not.
Something I discovered when I was in the military is that the military is both so serious, so mature, so adult, and also so childlike and immature at the same time. It's not even funny. It's a whole different world. It truly is. I mean, I enjoyed it. I loved my time in the service. Absolutely. I would not change it for anything. I would have done 30 years. And if given a chance, I would go back in a heartbeat. And I hated every second of it when I was in. So,
And it's funny because Dean Essig said the same thing that you're saying. Now, can I ask you why you didn't do a career like 30 years?
Medical discharge.
Oh.
Minor upper respiratory bronchial asthmatic-like tendencies aggravated due to Gulf War syndrome. Try saying that 3 times fast.
And you had no choice about that.
I went when I discovered that I was when it came up that I was going to be discharged. I went to the Judge Advocates General, to try to fight it. But it was one of those. There was no issue. It's upper respiratory. The military has a few things that they are just very hardcore. That if you have this, you're not supposed to be in. Upper respiratory is one of them. I can get it. I understand it. But mine was minor upper respiratory, and mostly it's just brought on because of hay fever or allergies. I mean, I'd been in the service for 7 years. Never had an incident. I just got caught up on a physical when I was trying to get my butt back to Japan. And this was also the point when Clinton, this is 94, when Clinton, 94, 95, when Clinton was downsized in the military, and they were looking for reasons to kick people out. If I'd have tried to go back to Japan 6 months earlier or 6 months later, I probably would have missed that, and they wouldn't have worried about it so much because the crunch to get people out wasn't there. I just happened to fall in at the wrong time, and got booted out.
So David, there's no like Hollywood thing where you can be tough and say, "No, judge, I want to fight for my country." There's none of that. None of that stuff.
Depending on what the condition is, like I said, it was out of my hands. There was nothing I could do. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's funny. I think you've heard this before, or I've talked to Mo about this. Is that my dad, when I was really young, I think I must have been 8, 9 years old, and I don't know, what do I do in life, Dad? And he said, go to the military, man. And I was like, I should have went to the military.
Well, the military is not for everybody.
Military, because you know what? As much as there's this saying, like, oh my God, people in a group are so stupid, this and this and that. And it's like, I talk to a lot of military people, and as soon as I say, so you don't consider yourself a civilian, they like, no way in hell am I a civilian.
Nope.
And it's like, I'm a civilian.
There's nothing wrong with that. The military is not for everybody. I ran
Devin,
into a lot of guys.
Devin, are you a civilian?
Oh, hell no. Not on your life. I carry the tag veteran proudly, man. Yeah. I did my
There's
time.
Nothing wrong with that, eh?
I walk the walk so I can talk the talk. But honestly, there's a lot of guys that were in the military that should have never been. A lot of guys I served with did not have the temperament or the mentality.
Like psycho type.
Well, no, it's just that they usually anti-authoritarian and don't like taking orders well. Couldn't work well in a team environment because it takes a special breed.
It's
and
like
I'm not talking
it's
just
like
window
sports,
looking
man.
breed. But
like sports, a team's like a hockey team. You got to play together, no?
Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of times. Good example. There were some guys on some commands I just did not like. I flat out just did not like these guys. But these same guys were out in the town, and hypothetically speaking, we get into a fight with a bunch of Russian merchant marines. Still going to cover their 6. They're still a shipmate. They're still a brother. So that's just the way the military runs.
Is it reciprocal for those guys? Like, were they cover your ass?
Oh yeah. Very rarely will you ever run into a situation where you have just 2 people that just will not work together, and usually it's because one of them isn't a team player and shouldn't be in the military to begin with. So
then you know what? Respect to everybody. Absolutely. I mean, if he's gonna save your ass, man, that means a hell of a lot.
Yeah, that's why we all call ourselves our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Well, especially more now that more women are in the military. But yeah, if you went through boot camp, if you made it through boot camp, you wore the uniform, you're a brother, you're a sister. That's it, just all there is to me, And I find the older I get, the more important that becomes.
I mean, so.
It wasn't as important when I was in, but it's more important the older I get. And why am I rambling about this? Is you? This is supposed to be your chat, not mine.
This is a class. It's not about me. It's about getting this thing. So we're just shooting a poop here, man. Come on.
We've had a couple more people make some comments. I didn't know if you wanted to go over them.
You know what? Sure. I mean, I want some of these guys to come on the show and email me. People, whoever's on the chat, email me. Rough, I didn't get your thingy. Gilles Doré, are you from France, Gilles? Email me at noenemieshere@videotron.ca. I keep saying at noenemieshere, and it screws me up. noenemieshere@videotron.ca. Email me. I'll give you the link. Get on the show, and we'll just talk about nothing, man. Anybody, Michael Malin, who won a game from us.
Did he get you his address so you could send it off?
Yeah, no, he got it. And Fred Manzo was awesome. I mean, oh my God, Herman Lutman, Fred Manzo, Flying Pigs, Mark Walker. Oh, these guys are all awesome. And right now I'm doing a giveaway that was given to me by, if I'm not mistaken, Randy Lane, Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, and they can pick any game from the roster. And the last one I'm going to do, I guess, because this was supposed to be a Christmas thing, is the lock and load. So we're going to do a lock and load, and this is supposed to be a secret. So anyways, whatever. Lock and load, I'm giving away. David's giving away Tank on Tank, Eastern and Western Front. So
good little games, good little entry
games, man. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do it on the Dice Tower, but the Dice Tower, these people, Tom Smart is very business oriented, okay? And absolutely, because he's got the numbers to do, and no giveaways there, because giveaways are a way for on his channel, especially with 250,000 subscribers, are a way for people to advertise for the cost of the game, whatever it may be, you know? Okay, let me see here. Did I get an email? That ain't Dean Taylor, but Dean Taylor's not here. Sent for Windows. Here you go. I don't know, Dean, where are you? I don't know. Who's Dean Taylor? It looks like some sort of scam email where they take a picture of me doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. Anyways, you know, Devin, I wanted to have Gimpy doing the 4 questions thing, but because he was, Rough Swordsman, that's you. Okay, sorry. Hold on, Devin.
Okay.
Thanks, Ruff, because I only know you guys by your avatar names.
Oh, I feel so embarrassed because, like you, I get a lot of input from other people, and I only know them by their screen names.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Dean, I'm sending you the link, man. Splat, you got it, baby.
So I actually feel kind of bad that I don't know their real name.
How can you? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, and I'm horrible with names to begin with. I am absolutely god awful.
No, I was really good, but I'm getting old. Hey, Devin, how old are you, man?
50.
Ah, you're a young.
I'm a pup. I know.
Anyways, we got Ardwolf happening here.
Yeah, I see Ardwolf.
Artie, he doesn't like that because he massacres my name on Twitter, but it's okay. Artie, if you want to come on, I'm going to give you the link. Hold on. I got your email. Hold on a second. Ardwolf's Lair. Hey. Artie, I'm sending you a link. All right. Yeah, Devin, I was talking about things are beeping here. ID Jester. Hey, Dan, you have my email. I would love you. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sending it to ID. ID, you're getting it. Come on. Let's bring this server down here. I wanted to do 4 questions with
Nate.
And because Nate got into an accident while he was serving.
Oh, yeah.
It freaks me out, man. But Nate's okay about it. I know he's okay. Here, I'm going to bring Ruff on. There you go, Ruff. So, Ruff, you hear me good?
I can hear you good.
And you can hear Devin good?
I would hope so.
And Ruff, why do you have a weird English accent?
Because I'm English. And if I'd have known I'd be on the telly, I'd have done my beard, shaved my head, you know.
The telly. You know, what time is it there? It's like 2:00 in the morning for you. Ruff.
It is 20 to 1 a.m. here.
That's not too bad.
What are you doing awake, man?
Playing games.
I guess that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm a newbie. I love it.
I got Artie. There's Artie.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hold on.
Hey.
Hey, Artie, if you ever bastardize my name again, I know where you live. Okay?
Oh, you're missing an opportunity here.
Okay, so we're good. So this is working. Okay, good, great stuff, man. I wanted to do a Christmas Eve losers chat. So I'm in.
Count me in.
I don't do anything till Christmas Day anyways.
Oh, man.
And
So,
for those of you who may not know Ardwolf and Rough Swords Wargamer, why don't both of you guys tell us a little bit about your channels? What do you guys cover on there? And what are you covering right now?
Off you go, Ardwolf.
War games. I got so I've got some stuff coming for this week that's got some RPG stuff in it as well. But I've been doing war games for 3 or 4 years now, I think. There's some, if you look back at the really old history of the channel, there's a bunch of video game stuff in there that nobody watched. The view counts on those are like 2. They're like
I was one
two
of them.
people viewed those people. Thank you for viewing my massive hits. But yeah, so I've been doing this. When I got back into war games, I kind of carried over my existing blog, which was the video game blog, which at one point was kind of big as far as like the massively online multiplayer folks go, you know, not like super big, but I had been blogging for a long time, and I kind of rolled that over into YouTube when I got back into tabletop wargaming. And now I'm kind of 100% of the time tabletop wargaming.
Rough.
Me, right. I am the newbie here. I've only been doing this for about 5 months. Discovered war games.
You're already
Again.
better at it than I am. Stop gloating.
No. And I'm absolutely loving it, and I deem it a great honor, gentlemen, to be sitting with you 3 here tonight, which I never thought I would be. I was just drinking beer and playing games while the rest of the family were in bed. But yeah, I'm, as I say, and as I say in my videos, it's like I'm like a kid in a sweet shop, or as you say over there, a candy store. And everything is great. I think as time goes on, I may be a bit more discriminating, but it's great. I'm discovering everything, and I love it. And I am overwhelmed by the amount of people that want to watch the nonsense that I put out.
Hey, welcome to the club, man.
Yeah, thanks so much to my subscribers. You know that.
No, seriously. And you know, it's funny you say that, Rough, eh? Because when I'm doing my videos, this and that, I do it start Monday and I finish Friday, because people like Ardwolf will put something up on Friday morning, so I gotta wait for the guy. And someone like you will put it up on Friday evening, and Devin will do something at 7 o'clock, and I upload at 6. But anyways, and the thing is that I said something. I said as I was filming, things hit me because I'm hyperactive, right? So.
Really?
Yeah, no, a little bit. And you know when they say the heyday of war games, the golden age, it's now.
Yeah.
It's now. In the 70s, that was just a foundation. Sure, there was a lot of great games, a lot of historical people, Greenwood, the guy, the artist, Simonson, obviously. But look how many channels we have of people doing playthroughs on war games. I mean, who cares? But I do.
I do, and I'm subscribed to all of you. You know, and it's
the thing. And I, like today, I was looking for. Let's see what Artie's got out, and Artie's got nothing out. And let's see what
Tuesday. My release schedule is Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, whatever. And so I watched. What did I watch? Lord of the Rings. Why? What happened after the Fellowship type thing. But anyways, it's great. It's great. It's fun. It's cheesy. It makes me feel like a kid again. And I embrace all of this. And Artie, thanks a lot. Rough, thanks a lot. OG, thanks a lot, because I really get a kick out of this. And if it wasn't for you guys and the myriad of all the other dad versus son, I mean, who are these guys? They're great. Thank you. It's just I got ID Jester. I'm gonna put him on too.
I got to say,
no, don't
man,
get him on.
Man.
For goodness
Hey,
sake.
there you guys are. Rough Swordsman. OG.
Hello, mate.
How
Hello.
you guys doing?
I'm going to turn my light on, I think.
By the way, I'm not wearing any underwear or shorts below this.
Well, we knew that.
Ooh.
Oh.
you
That's
mean
better.
people do that?
So
I've
Devin,
gone out of focus.
thanks a lot for doing this. You're a real pro. Okay.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Now
Like
you're a pro.
like I
You're a
said,
pro.
now you know what you should remember to be able to do. All right.
No,
maybe
I
not.
don't.
You will. You will.
I hope so. So I wanted to do just an impromptu chat because this is a test. Christmas Eve. I mean, when I had friends, we used to play poker on Christmas Eve after the big supper because I was blessed to have that. And I would come in with $20 to play poker. $20. I thought $20 was a lot. Anyways, whatever. I got killed the first hand. So I wanted to do something like that because you know what? I'm lonely.
Aren't we all? Jester, for those who may not know Jester's channel, ID, what's your channel about?
Oh, well, just I do a lot of different things, military simulations, sports games, computer games. I've been fortunate enough to get a hold of a beta copy of an upcoming game to Lock and Load Publishing called The American Civil War Victory and Glory series. I just did a live unboxing of the Falling Star role-playing game system from Lock and Load Publishing. Doing a lot of replays and playthroughs and scenarios, and just taking up a lot of time. And I also do live chats like you guys are doing.
Well,
I had Tough Swordsman on my channel. We did a great job. He's a great guy. I got to meet him. Didn't know anything about him other than watch his few videos on his channel. And then I had Itarian Hobbyist as well on my channel. So I'd like to have everyone, if you are a war gamer or into doing any kind of wargaming support company or anything like that. I've been talking with Lock and Load Publishing to have David Heath come on, which we're going to do once the holidays gets done, hopefully, and get to talk with him about everything. So
now, ID.
Yes, sir.
With all of this happening, because I see I'm on sick leave right now because I'm sick, right? And I see you come on around 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock sometimes. Is this what you do professionally? Like this?
No. I have a full-time job, full-time wife, a full-time family, and I just do this on the side for fun. So
On the side, you're on the net like 28 hours a day.
hey, I've only done 3 videos today. Give me some break.
3 videos,
Yeah.
like what a dad versus son. He must have put out 17 videos this week, and it's like I gotta keep up with this guy. Like, oh, dad and son's got this video, and it's like, are these people rich? Like, are you rich?
No. 20, you said $20 is a lot. It's still a lot for me. So
I'm poorer since I started this malarkey.
And Artie, what about you? Why are you so stoic?
All my money's tied up on that wall right behind me. So you see where my income goes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for letting me spend all my money.
You know,
And all these new games I see, and I've got to have that one. Terrible.
you know,
Thank you.
there's remember Marco Wargamer, who now is Marco Omni Gamer?
Mhm.
oh yeah.
How much money he made me spend, man. And I don't think he gets a dime from anything.
I'm sure he does not.
I don't.
Yeah. Sorry, the wrong one. You guys made me spend a lot of money. Thank you so much. Yeah. Sorry, I can't. I'm English.
Yeah, it's even worse for you because you got the VATs and everything
Oh
else
my
you got to
God.
deal with
Crikey.
imports and
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, but hold on, the pound, man. Give
Yeah,
me-
the pound's doing good right
It's
now.
doing
yeah.
okay
the
now.
pound is doing good. These English guys, they're always doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Just everybody here. I mean, Devin, you're in the States. ID, you're in the States. And Ardwolf, you're in the States, right?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Hey, we're outnumbered here, people.
No,
Anyway,
you're in the.
like I'm part of the Commonwealth here. Is the United States
No, the
part of
colonies.
the Commonwealth?
Not anymore.
Okay, so let's say there's a game. There's a game called Enemy Actions Ardennes. I just picked out that game like that. So the game is $145
Mm.
US, and it cost me $145 plus 30% plus shipping. That's a $200 game. So now, Ruff, what do you pay for a game like that?
It's going to be, there's a shop over here that tends to do the stuff from America, but it's at a premium price. I wanted Combat ! But that's 160 quid over here. And yeah. And I want to try Lock and Load Tactical System, but you're looking at £80, and it's I don't know how that compares to you guys.
Well, it's
Or maybe I should emigrate.
yeah. I got a big mouth. I should just shut up.
So, Dan, I got a solution for you here.
No,
So-
I'm not happy.
Ruff, this is not as good a solution for you, unfortunately, but I know roughly where Dan is located. And he is not that far from the wonderful state of Maryland, where they have Compass Games Expo every November, whatever it is. So, Dan, you could come down and get that $145 US game for $80, something like that,
Yeah,
$70,
it's crazy.
$80 US,
You mean they have
not pay shipping.
You mean? Oh, hold on a second. There's actually a rebate at the expo.
I mean that Compass Games sold every game in their catalog that they had for 50% off at the expo.
That's pretty good.
I thought so.
I think so.
Really good.
Big time.
That's how I got 2 months worth of unboxing videos.
That's how we work.
I'm not even kidding.
I picked up some cheap World at War magazines. That's a couple of unboxings or unbaggings, and they're
Those
good
actually-
games.
Those tend to be actually pretty decent to play through too. I mean, they're not all the greatest games in the world, but they tend to be.
No.
They're small format. They
Yeah.
tend to not take forever to play. You could get some decent play out of those things, even if you're only playing them once or twice.
But they cost me £6 each. With
Well, that's not bad.
yeah, it's not bad at all. So one's a solitaire game as well. So
I paid a lot more than that buying them directly from Docket Origins.
Yeah, no, just a shop again over here had those going for that sort of price, and I thought I'll have those. And the magazines are great. The magazines are actually great. There's so
Yes, they
much stuff in them. They'll keep
What's
me busy
what's
for
the name?
ages.
What's the name of the company you go through over there, Ruff?
There's the one I got the magazines from was Zaytu,
Okay,
and
because I know.
and there's
Lock
Second
and
Chance
Load-
games.
Second Chance. All right.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know them.
Yeah. Lock and Load has just recently done a deal with Second Chance to be your European distributor.
Yeah,
So you should be able to get some Lock and Load titles cheaper than if you were ordering from us in the States.
oh sure, yeah, they're cheaper because of the shipping and all that sort
Right,
of thing.
right.
So yeah.
And you know what, Ruff? I don't want to be a Lock and Load fanboy, which I am, but I mean the amount of poop you get in that box.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to many other games, is just insane. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I think because of what I've seen and because of ID's unboxing and playthroughs and things, that might be my next sojourn into the wargaming world. At the moment, I've been bitten by the Panzer Grenadier bug,
Oh,
and
ID can talk to that as well.
yeah, and that it's his fault as well.
See, I like
And-
to spend other people's money.
Yeah,
so-
and you're doing quite a good job about that, really. And so I bought some sort of older ones that are cheaper. I've got Eastern Front, and I've just picked up Airborne. I know people poo-poo the early ones, but for the amount of money I got it for, and I know Aardwolf, I've watched your videos on Panzer Grenadier, and it wasn't your thing, and
Yeah,
I
didn't work for
I get that, but I think Panzer Grenadier, I'm going to have a good go at it, and Lock and Load. Lock
Now-
and yeah,
Now is Panzer Grenadier like a lock and load in terms of complexity, or more like an ASL in terms of complexity?
I would think it's like Lock and Load. It's not ASL. I've got the starter kit, number 1 for ASL.
There's nothing like ASL.
I know.
You're right. I don't even know why I said that.
But I wasn't going to go down that rabbit hole because that's a way of life, from what I gather.
Yeah.
But the starter kits, I think, may scratch that itch for that sort of squad level thing until I try Lock and Load tactical. The other thing I've got hold of, terrible really, is a copy of Panzer Leader.
Oh,
And that's your fault, Devin.
1970s Panzer Leader?
Sorry?
The Dunnigan design. Yep.
Like the old Panzer Leader?
Yeah, the Avalon
Yep, the
Hill.
old Avalon Hill one. Yep.
Yeah, and that's Devin's
One of my
fault.
favorite games of all time.
Because I watched him and I thought, hello. And so I've got that as well. The only thing I play solo most of the
Yeah, but
time. And we all do. We've got no friends, you know. So it's Panzer. Yeah, all right. Stop it. Panzer Leader, the bomb, the thing, the bombardment, where you have to write down who you're bombarding.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm going to have problems with. I'm hoping my son will want to play it. So he's 11, so I'm hoping to drag him kicking and screaming to the gaming table. Yes. And that's the only thing I can't get my head around, how you work that around.
When I do it, I just what makes sense and try not to meta myself too much. It's like I'm trying to do the breakthrough here. Where's the most likely place the artillery? I mean, you're gonna know what you're gonna do.
Of course.
I mean, and that's kind of why I really like the solo assistant that I'm using now for World of War 85, and I've used it for Lock and Load Tactical, and I'm actually thinking of using it for the Advanced Tobruk system, the Lock and Load Tactical solo system, because Lock and Load Tactical solo and ATS both use Impulse.
And that's
system
another
rather
thing
than-
I've seen.
Yeah.
Yes, the ATS system. I'm thinking, oh,
The AT,
no.
yeah.
Oh, crikey. Where do I stop? When the bailiffs knock on the door, I suppose.
Now, going back to Panzer Leader, because Panzer Leader was one of my first games that I got into. I mean, I had it for a few years, and because I can't read, I didn't know how to play the game. So anyways, one of my friends who could read explained me the game. And be honest, people, be honest. Some of the units have 131 men, because I'm looking here. There's 51 men. So every time I would lose a chit, and it wasn't only one shit, I would lose like 100 men, and I would feel horrible. Like I just like all these families, all the John Doe letters I have to write. Like, am I weird?
Yeah.
Am I weird, or does that
No, you're not. No.
The way I justify it is that when a unit is destroyed, it's not all the men are dead, but the unit has been rendered combat ineffective.
Thank you
They've
very much.
dispersed, they've run away. You might have 5 or 10 dead guys in there, but the rest of the formation manages to get away. They're just unable to participate in combat anymore.
That helps me so
That's
much.
how I justify
That's
it.
how I look at it. Unless I'm playing Target for Today, and then they've gone.
And I was speaking to Mo about this, and Mo was like this. And he said, it's a paper chit.
Sure,
What's the matter with
but
you?
you can't help it, can you?
I can't help it. And that's why, and seriously, that's why I like tactical, because if I lose someone, I lose 2-3 guys.
But that's why I love wargaming, because you lose yourself. You are there. You're back.
Hey,
You're
very
learning
good.
the history. You're learning, and you smell the smoke. It's stupid.
It's
I love
stupid.
it. Yeah, but I love it.
Yeah, no, you're right, 100%. And I try to do that on the Dice Tower.
It's a hard job, I suspect.
Dan, you've got a harder job than the rest of us put together, I think.
Yeah.
No, you're editing and having to keep track of all the channels and everything. I can't do it. When I first started and I was doing a podcast, every Tuesday I'd put up and it didn't work. And that was just me talking for 45 minutes just on my stuff, not on having to keep track of 50 different. Yeah, no, I could not do what you do, Dan.
Well,
you
haven't noticed that I'm a little bit psycho?
Well, of course, yeah, but
a little bit.
I find it hard enough to do my videos. I'm a newbie at it, and it may take, if you have a bad day, it may take a day to do a 30-minute video. And you doing one every week, rather you than me, Dan. Rather you than me. And good on you.
Stop it.
Good on you.
I couldn't do it.
No, I couldn't.
I've been working for like a week on like a 7.5 minute video. So
yeah,
I'm not even
crazy.
kidding.
Crazy.
Look, yeah.
Excuse me, gents. I need the little boys' room.
Yeah, sure. Have another one, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I went away to get. So.
Bloody Englishmen. The English guys, they know how to slam.
Oh yeah, I'm not catching up. So.
No, you know what? Like all of you guys, I do this because I love it, not because I'm like
exactly.
I'm making $100,000 a year. What are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? $100,000 a year, and Artie, $100,000 US is 132,000 Canadian. Okay.
Okay.
That's definitely is an adjunct to the wargaming hobby, and that's really true of a lot of people making videos. It's a net revenue loser. Okay, so I mean, I spent so I've been doing this for
10 years. 10 years.
Yes, technically that's actually true, but I've been seriously doing the YouTube thing for 4 or 5, and I have. So far, now people think, "Oh, you guys getting all kind of free stuff." The publishers ship back trucks up to your door and unload massive quantities of free stuff. I have so far received one free thing.
Do you know what?
Ever.
When I first started this, I'd emailed everyone, well, most of them, and to be fair, I had some comeback. DVG sent me something.
DVG's awesome.
They're great. They're great.
Really
I love their games anyway. And that's how I started. Revolution sent me something, and you feel guilty because you haven't got enough time to actually do the thing justice. And I've got to do a playthrough of Kernstown. I know nothing about the American Civil War, but the game looks great with the chip pull thing and all that sort of nonsense.
Well, you've already done a playthrough of one of the Great Battles of the American Revolution, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. It's virtually the same system. There's a little bit of differences. The Great Battles of the American Revolution, Great Battles of the American Civil War, almost the same identical system.
This is the Herman Luttman chip pull
Blind
thing.
Sword.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Whereas the Tri-Pack is that's a great game, by the way, and I bought that myself. But that's a great game. It's lovely components.
Hey,
And-
rough.
Sorry, yeah.
If you want Herman's email, I can.
No. He's already. When I did my unbagging of it, because they sent me the Ziploc. Shut up. The Ziploc version of it, which was great. And I did the unbagging for that. Herman actually said, "Thank you. What a great, blah blah blah. I hope you enjoy it." And it was good.
You're on first name basis. aren't you?
Yeah. Me and him go way back.
Wow, look at him go.
Herman is a great guy.
So
He
back,
said, to make the time to say thank you. And this is the other thing I find is that you guys and the people that play these games are great. They're nice people, and it's I can't get over the fact that, like, I'm on here tonight with you guys. I'm nobody. I've been doing this for a second, and you've got 4 figures.
I gotta sit around waiting for you to put out a video so I can put it on my channel. I got no time to play
You
games.
missed one of mine last week.
Like Arby and like Ivy Jester and Devin, who make me don't play games.
I'm sorry, Dan.
Yeah, you don't know how sorry you're gonna be.
I'm sorry.
I swear to God, the worst guys are the players, Abe. When I see them, when I see Grant, I'm gonna punch him in the. Well, I can't reach that far, but I'm gonna punch him in the knee. I swear to God.
Those. So, I mean, who's all going from this group? Dan, are you planning on going to WBC next year? So I'll take that as a yes. So I'm going to try to get there. We'll see.
It's unlikely I'll make it. There's a chance I might, but more than likely not. So I'll just leave it there.
I'm not one to speak about cons because it's the only con I've ever been to. But
you enjoyed it, didn't you? You enjoyed it.
Man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
There's nothing like this over here.
Say what?
There's nothing like that over here. There's no big conventions over here. There's that one you're promoting in London from the private poker club or something.
I'm promoting.
Yeah, you can't even remember what you promote. What's going on?
No, I don't.
On your dear law. You do the convention things. At the end of yeah, there's one in London.
Oh yeah, in the posh room and all that.
Yeah,
curtains and all that. Yeah, you guys are pompous, man.
But there's nothing. Yes, I tell you what. If I can sleep with one, no, let me rephrase that. If you could put me up, I will come over, and I'd love to come to one of these conventions when I'm more famous.
Hey, Rob, if I put you up, you're in
Canada.
You're in Canada. You ain't going nowhere.
No. There's no conventions in Canada then.
Yeah, there are in Montreal, and it's called Stack Academy, and it's run by a great guy, and but because look, there's about 100, maybe 150 people that go there. And when I went to WBC, first of all, I couldn't believe all the different rooms that these people are playing in. You get to meet all these designers who have had a little tipple to speak language.
They are drinkers, I understand. Yeah.
I wonder who provided them with that beverage.
And I mean, you're sitting down and you're playing with, and these guys they're all mensches. They're all human beings. Okay, you're sitting down. You're playing a game with Ben Hull. You're playing with Mark Herman, John Butterfield together, and another guy you don't know, but he saved the world from World War II somehow. And it's like it blows my mind, and everybody is so happy and stupid. Like when I say stupid, I'm just saying they're happy. They're there, and it's just everybody's having a grand time for 7 days, and man, I just can't believe the atmosphere. I just can't believe it.
That's something I miss over here, that we haven't got the conventions you have over in that.
No, don't talk
great two continents.
States. I'm in Canada.
I know, but you're part of Britain.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm not the other three guys there.
So there's that other convention, which I want to say happens in Quebec, although it could be Ontario, for all I know, that Gilbert Collins goes to.
Yeah, Ontario.
So so that's in Canada.
Yeah, that is. Canada's is 5,000 kilometers wide, Artie.
Yeah, I know, but you all live in those two little areas.
Wait till I see you, Artie.
I'm looking forward to WBC.
Are you going to be there?
I'm hoping to. I mean, right now, today, it looks good. There was every chance I was going to go last year. So this is the story. I don't know if I told the story on video. I was going to go out for that last Saturday of WBC, where I was going to leave early in the morning and go out and spend like 8 hours out there and then go home, because it's only like 2.5 hours from here. And the previous day, the windows in the car stopped rolling down. It was July, and the air conditioning in the car already was not working. So there was no way I was going to spend 5 hours in the car where the air conditioner doesn't work and the windows don't roll down. I literally had to go to get the car fixed instead of going to WBC last year. Otherwise, I would have at least showed up for a little while.
That's the world
Yes.
Board Game Championships or something,
Yes.
isn't it?
The World
And it's
Board
a nice.
Gaming Championships.
It's a small but very
Well,
good. That's
Not
the one
that
I'd like
small.
to go to.
it's not
if I
that
That's
went.
it.
small,
small.
Ruff. It's not that small, man.
No,
No.
compared to the Gen Con thing.
Ah,
Oh, wait.
what are you talking
Yeah.
about? Jesus Christ.
Gen Con is the Eastern Front of wargaming conventions.
I'm part
Okay.
of the population of England, for God's sake.
Yeah, we're small. But
No, we're talking about like 2000.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I thought it was 3 or 4 actually, but
It's,
crikey,
it's not-
crikey, yeah.
everybody showers and they put on underarm deodorants. So it's
that's different than Gen Con right
So
there.
the room isn't has that sort of green haze. No, right, okay, that's good.
No. and the main room, there's a lot of war gamers there, okay? But when you go upstairs, there's the competition.
Oh,
Ooh, you
Yeah.
better shut up. Because I went up to one guy and they were playing. I think they were playing an MMP game. I don't know if it was ASL, but I asked the guy. I said,
oh, that's serious. Yeah.
"You have no idea."
Oh.
And I asked the guy. I said, "Do you mind if I take a picture?" And he looks at me like this. A picture of what? And I said, "Thank you."
So if you go into a convention and you go into the play area and there'll be people walking around and people standing up, people move from table to table and people talking, and it'll be like that low buzz of conversation.
Yeah.
Unless you walk into ASL Oktoberfest.
Now, even I know about that.
You walk in and the room is silent. And it's really warm because of all the concentration that's happening. The only sound is the occasional people flipping through the rule book. And usually you don't hear that because those guys have the rule books memorized. So it is a very weird
Oh.
situation.
I'm not dissing those guys. I mean, power to those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I
It's a way of life.
It's different.
don't anymore.
Yeah. And they don't play anything else, I suspect, except ASL because they have a whole wall of counters.
And can you blame them if you know
I
the?
can't.
I mean, if you know the system, you have all these modules, and like you have for the rest of your life, you're playing a game where you know the mechanics, and you're not. It's effortless. You know, you're just going in. You rush the machine gun nest, and that's it.
But for me, there's so much out there. I know nothing compared to you guys, and
That's true.
everything I
Uh-oh.
everything I play is like a new thing. It's like, wow. I suspect as time goes on, I'll get a bit more sort of I'll focus down and no, that's not so good, or this is great. But at the moment, everything is like, ooh.
It's a question of preference. I mean, I love DVG games,
Oh, I love them.
and they're light games. I love lock and load games because I love the narrative and all that. I love. I'm gonna stop there.
No, but I know where you're coming from. We've lost the OG.
Yeah, well, he's getting old.
Not as old as me.
He's
But
fallen and he can't get up.
Are you vaping?
Yes, sorry.
But that's not very English of you.
Why isn't it?
Yeah, you're supposed to have a. You're
A
supposed.
pipe. Is it a pipe? Yeah.
A calabash. This was one of my favorite pipes when I used to smoke.
That's Sherlock Holmes pipe, that is.
It's just it bloody hell.
Ooh.
It's Meerschaum.
Yeah, there was the Mercer
Lord.
top and the calabash. It would, anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
So I
about-
just puff on this now. I used
Yeah,
to be a smoker. I haven't smoked for 2 years. So 3 years. Yeah.
I haven't smoked for about 27 days. So,
Yes, I heard. Yes, good luck. Good luck.
yeah, so I
It's
got
not
me
easy.
one of these too.
Yeah, so puff away, mate, puff away.
Artie, how's that helping?
Well, my colleagues at work remain unmurdered. So, I mean, I haven't flipped out on anybody yet. So I was doing more chewing than smoking. For me, the smoking was just kind of something on the side. I was doing it a lot, like 2 cans a day, which is like a 5-pack a day smoker in terms of nicotine consumption. So so I feel pretty good about where I'm at right now. All things considered, I am doing the vaping thing, but it is not my intention.
With the vapor. It was hard for me, but I've knocked down. I know we've gone off thing here, but there's two.
This is a test.
Ex-smokers here, so I used to have the high nicotine, and I've knocked it right down to nothing.
And that's the nice thing about this is you can just slowly taper it off at whatever pace you want. I've probably already cut my nicotine consumption in half, to be honest.
You know what, gentlemen? If you were smarter, it would have been easier if you did heroin.
Then maybe we could get government assistance.
Excuse me.
I hate to tell you, but I think it's easier to quit heroin than it is to quit nicotine.
What's Paul saying there? The English invented vaping.
Better
and
weight
fog.
loss plan too.
Anyways, well,
The only reason they want to quit smoking is so they have more money to buy war games. So.
That's exactly.
And it's your fault.
You're
guys.
trying to be funny.
That's it. They don't really want to quit smoking.
That's
they just
no
want
joke.
more war games. That's all they want.
An extra
on it.
$140 a month to spend on war games. That's what I'm looking forward
A
to.
lot of money.
yeah,
There's my meager collection up there, but and look at yours, Aardwolf, the back of you there. But that's many years, I suspect.
So I bailed on wargaming back in like the late 90s because I was convinced that nobody was wargaming anymore except for ASL. So I didn't get back in until about 2013 or so. So some of that stuff is stuff I've had for a long time, but not all of it. A lot of it's from the last 3 or 4 years, actually. I kind of went bananas this year.
And that's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem.
See, I have a natural limiting mechanism here now because there's very little more additional space on these shelves.
You'll find it. You'll find it.
I'm pretty good, but there's not that much room that's left. So I gotta, at some point, I will have to either get rid of some stuff or slow down.
get rid of stuff. That's not never gonna.
No,
happen.
that's not in
It's
my.
not a good idea.
That's not gonna happen.
How many times have I said I'm never going to play this and gotten rid of it, and then 4 years later, crap, I'm playing this now. I'm gonna buy it again
For double the price.
Yeah, exactly. If it's ASL, triple quadruple price, maybe.
B17 Queen of the Skies. I don't play it anymore.
Oh.
Get rid of it. And Artie, what was the game that got you back in? Like, why did you get back in?
I got back in because I changed my major to history. And I found that the history stuff I was doing was stuff I had become interested in years before through wargaming. So in this case, we're talking about ancients and Napoleonics for the most part. I did a lot of ancient history when I was going back and doing that. And I actually had a big paper on Waterloo. And those things got me interested in Waterloo. So I went and picked up a game on Waterloo and a couple of books on Waterloo. And then that led to me saying, oh, yeah, sure. If somebody said, hey, want to play this for the people? I'd never played an American Civil War game. Oh, sure. Yeah, why not? Sounds doesn't look, I won't like it. I got like 4 blocks of American Civil War games now and a whole bunch of books in the
I
other room.
won't like it.
So yeah, I'm not interested in that. I'm sure I won't like it. Oh, it was fantastic.
No,
Fantastic game.
Mark Herman's a drug, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's one of those Mark Herman things. There's a lot of interesting things, and maybe I should do a video on this. A lot of interesting things that can be said about Mark Herman as a designer.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
And you've met Mark Herman?
me, no, I have not.
Well, at WBC, you're gonna see him stumbling around. Did I just say that? You're gonna see him walking around, and that guy is beautiful. That guy is beautiful. He's beautiful. That's all. That's it. And you know what? I got into war games when I was 13, 14. Panzer Leader, B-17, and NATO. What was it? NATO, the next war in Europe.
Oh yeah.
Victory games.
I never played it.
So funny you should mention that. Bruce Maxwell was at Compass Expo with his playtest copy of the new version of NATO: The Next War in Europe, with the handmade counters. I talked to him for about half an hour. It's a really neat guy. really interesting game. It's not a game I was interested in. I'm probably going to pick it up now, just because, hey, I met Bruce Maxwell. This seems pretty cool.
So it's a Compass game thing, right?
It will be yet another Compass Games reprint of an older game.
Yeah. And what got me back into it is that, I don't know, one day I came home from work and it's like, I turn on the TV and nothing's happening. So I go on YouTube and I see the Dice Tower, right? The Dice Tower. What the hell is the Dice Tower? And I see Joe Stedman, War Game News, Stedman. And this was like 12, 13 years ago. And I see this guy who's very dry and military-like, not like he is in real life, because in real life he's a gas. And that he got me back into war games. And the first war game I bought was DVG's Thunderbolt Apache Leader. And I just thought, man, solo? I'm playing by myself. I don't need anybody else. And the second game I got was Decision Games, John Butterfield RAF. Oh my! That's it. It's over. Over.
I was when I started paying attention again and looking for wargaming on YouTube, and there's 5 or 6 times as much now. But even at the time, this was probably 5 or 6 years ago, there was a lot. Callendale was around by then. Joe Stedman was around by then. I was watching his stuff. Derek Case, who had some issues.
Single-handed wargamer.
Yeah. He was doing a lot of stuff back then. Marco was still doing more wargame stuff than he's doing currently. And there was other folks that were around at the time. I'm pretty sure Counterattack was around by then. And Kyle Seeley were around by then.
Seeley, I remember that. There was a guy called Midnight Gamer or something. He did
the Late Night Gamer. Yeah. Fantastic playthrough channel, too. He's got a ton of awesome playthrough content.
Absolutely.
So I came in from. Oh, by the way, Paul, I know you were just mucking about there. I came in because I wasn't a war gamer in my teens. I was a sort of role player, fantasy game player, D&D, Lord of the Rings, and all that sort of thing.
That was my 20s and 30s.
Yeah, and when I got just watching YouTube, and I found, found the Dice Tower. And I found things like One Deck Dungeon and Epic Galaxies. And I thought, this is great. And then I saw, is it Counterproductive Games? The guy that did Fields of Fire. And he did the big Dauntless playthroughs as well.
That's Counterattack.
Counterattack.
Yeah.
So my first game I bought was Fields of Fire as a war game. And
he has sold me some stuff too, actually.
And that's how I got hooked. And then the next thing, I found DVG, and I got B-17, and I got Corsair Leader, and then Warfighter happened, and that cost me a few.
Oh yeah.
Quid.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And that's great. I love them. I'm getting the battle packs. I've ordered those on the Kickstarter and all that. And then I saw Hex and Counter things going on, and here I am. And never thought my father was always into war games. He had Squad Leader and he had Panzer Leader. And that's, I suppose, and as I say in the video, it's a little bit of nostalgia for that as well. That I got this, but
so
only, for a good price.
Your dad, who was into war games, knowing the English history, your dad, was he a soldier?
He was in the national service, but not in any conflict. But
England is always in conflict. But anyways,
normally with France.
Well.
Oh, come
in
on!
The past,
now.
in the past,
time you're saving France's ass. So
there's the American. He's coming in, man.
Don't start. We're all
well.
friends.
We're trying to take over the traditional British role.
that's true.
It's because I'm Italian. Italian lends easy to a French language. I live in Quebec. I speak French. So they have a little bit of my heart, these Frenchmen. You know what I'm saying, man?
Dan, everybody thinks
we love the French. We love the French.
I mean,
I'm just
come on.
testing.
I just went to buy 4 ducks and 4 livers to make foie gras. Come on.
Holy crap!
Yeah, and you're gonna say, "Oh, that's cruel.
It's
That's
gone quiet.
cruel because this is the hey." I know the farmer. He feeds them by hand. Okay. Say nothing.
Have you gone mushroom hunting to go along with the foie gras?
It's too late to go mushroom hunting.
Oh,
right?
it's not in season up there, huh?
I have some dried mushrooms. I have some dried morels. We're gonna make morel butter. And we're gonna put it on the. We're
That
gonna
sounds French as fuck.
Are you asking me this because I can talk? I can talk.
You're Italian,
Food-
of course.
food
I
I'm
know
listening.
you can talk food.
Yeah, Italian and French.
And look at Artie and look at ID. They got that face like Dan. You're killing ducks.
I'm so hungry now.
Hey,
I
look.
love meat, so
I'm half Italian. My mom's whole side of the family is Italian, so
Oh, yeah,
I completely get where Dan's coming from on this. We go over there and it's food. Oh, you want some more food? Oh, no, not really. I'll eat some more food, or
Yeah.
they'll be offended if you do not eat the food and
you know,
glow about how great it was. They'll
and
be
you know,
totally offended.
Ardwolf, the reason why I'm assuming here that the Italians eat is because when they were under German, when they were in cahoots with the German, they didn't have any food, man. So you got food now. You eat, man. I remember my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law used to shove food in her mouth like this, like a hamster. And I told her, "The war's over, lady. It's okay." But
My Italian relatives are from either Sicily or Calabria, which is the toe of the boot. And I mean, I've seen pictures of Sicily. It's a wasteland. There's no food there. I mean, no wonder they're all hungry when they come over here.
yeah, go mess with them, man.
Yeah, they come over to Cleveland, Ohio, and say this is a place, is a wonderland
Yeah.
of food.
You go to Sicily, Artie, and say, "I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna kill you," and you're gonna see it's over.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm
No.
not going to behave that way when I come back to the mother country.
No, and when someone says, "You know, you owe me money for taxes," you just pay them and shut up.
I'm going to give them the money. Here you go, sir.
Yeah, sir is right, and he's 14-year-old. Anyways,
Are we still talking food?
no, we're
Now
talking.
we're talking about Italian gangsterism now.
Oh, all right. I was just going to say on the subject of the food that every New Year's Eve we get invited over to friends and we all get together because, like yourself, Dan, I'm a musician, and we go over there and they're Irish Catholic descent, and just like the Italians and the French and the Jewish, it's food. So yeah, looking forward to that. We all sit and play.
And
And being a guitarist, I've had a couple of comments about because I have to have long nails on one hand.
Yeah.
There was a comment about, "Oh, your nails are a bit long," and I had to tell them that I'm a musician and a guitarist, and I have to have these nails. So anybody that's listening and watches the videos and think, "Oh, crikey, they're a bit weird," just on the one hand, that's why, as you would well know, Dan, as you would well.
you're a classical guitar
I
player.
can't believe somebody's making fun of your claws like that.
You should stick them in the eyes.
Yeah, I do. I go, have that. Hold that till a copper comes, I say.
Anyways, guys, thank you very much. I mean, I'm going to cut it out because I'm old and it's 8:30 in my
It's past your bedtime.
no
Here.
times in an hour. I have 1 hour of TV watching and then I go to sleep.
Matlock's about to start. I gotta catch that.
Honey,
Murder,
catch
She Wrote.
the Golden Girls are on.
You sounded like the old man in The Simpsons.
Hey, Mom, my pants right. Don't make me put my pants on.
Get that Horlicks going.
Oh man! Thanks, guys, for joining in this test. Devin, you're a
Oh, thank you.
superstar. Okay. ID Jester, Artie, thanks for being on. Rough,
for asking.
who cares? We're part of the Commonwealth. How can I care?
Thanks for having me.
Queen is on the bloody
Queen,
bill.
Queen.
On our bill. You know. Anyways,
Thank you.
oh, look, I'm gonna try this again. Christmas Eve.
I'll be drunk, but I'll be there.
Christmas Eve. That's always a good time to get people. Sure.
Christmas Eve.
I got nothing going on, so
No, I'll be there.
I'll be
I
around.
mean, it's just another day to everyone else, right? Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I guess.
Good thinking, Dan. Good thinking. Why do you use that noggin?
I guess in protocol, Devin. Tell me if I'm right. I'm gonna thank chat. Thank you, chat, for being here. Is that
Thank
right?
you.
Give a couple shout outs to people who may have said something. Paul Curlin, Cisco Terez, Viper
Yeah.
Dave, AJ Toynbee, our friend AJ, Michael Milan, SU Park.
AJ, why don't you get another tattoo? Okay. Paul,
I've subscribed. I've subscribed to him as well.
come on. Okay. The Italian guy, what's his name there? And the Frenchman, Gilles de Rais. Actually, he could be a Quebecer. That's an old name, Gilles de Rais. And the Italian guy, what's his name? Alessio Beatrice. Come on, Alessio. Ma che hai fatto? Anyways,
The War Gamer, Dad versus Son, and everybody else that we missed.
ID, Artie, thanks for being on, man. This is a lot of fun.
Thanks
That was
for
good
having
fun.
me.
Thank you.
I'll do it again New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, huh?
Hey, we could do it New Year's Eve too.
No, I can't do it New Year's Eve because I'll be playing around my friends, a group of us.
Oh, we got to cancel it. Rough Swordsman can't be.
No, Christmas. Shut up. Christmas Eve.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Everybody have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
So you know what, Evan? How do I stop this?
There should be a button down at the
Big red
bottom that
button
says
somewhere.
Pull the
"In
plug.
broadcast."
End broadcast.
I
Oh,
think.
okay. No, it's on this side.
Oh, it's in the upper. It's in the upper corner. Okay,
Bye. All.
and it always takes 10 seconds.